And hello, everybody, and welcome to Synergy Theater. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ken Adams, and I'm the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater, and I am your host for this evening. Tonight, we are absolutely delighted to return to you with our second performance of the Improvised Museum of Art. It is Friday night, and that was a sneak peek of some of the wonders that are in store for you tonight at the Improvised Museum of Art. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Synergy Theater. When we are out in the real world, Synergy Theater performs full-length improvised plays in a variety of styles and genres, and we are fortunate enough to perform at the beautiful Lesher Center for the Performing Arts in Walnut Creek, California. But now that we can't be outside, we are absolutely honored to be coming to you right into your home through the magic of live streaming. We are live streaming tonight on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you are watching us on any one of those, welcome. We are so glad that you are here, and I hope you enjoy the show tonight. It is entirely possible that the Facebook end of this we're having some challenges with. So if you're here on YouTube, that's going to be the best place to be. So please stick around and watch us on YouTube, especially if you would like to interact with us and offer us your suggestions via chat. Everything we do tonight is all improvised, and that means we're going to inspire that on suggestions that we get from you, the audience. So if you want to offer us your suggestions, please go ahead and log into your YouTube channel, and that will allow you to interact with us via chat and offer us suggestions. Now, the show that we have for you tonight, as I said, is the Improvised Museum of Art, and it is a play about three famous paintings hanging in a museum and what they have to say to each other when nobody is watching them. Yes, the paintings talk. So first of all, let me tell you about the three paintings that we have tonight. The first is The Girl with the Pearl Earring, and that's a famous painting by Johannes Vermeer. That one's pretty famous. You might have seen it. It's a young girl looking over her shoulder with a beautiful pearl earring in her ear. The other one is Woman with a Mango, and that's by Paul Gauguin. And this is a beautiful painting of a young woman in a flowing purple dress holding a mango in her hand. And the third painting is called Young Sick Bacchus, and it is a painting of the Roman god Bacchus, and as the title says, he is young and sick, and that is painted by Caravaggio. So those are the three paintings, and the reason I mention them now is because we're going to now ask you for some suggestions that will help our improvisers inspire their show tonight. So the first suggestion is, I want you to think of something that our three paintings are debating, some philosophical issue that our three paintings are debating at the top of the show. It could be something grand like the meaning of life, what happens after death. It could be something that is more specific like red vines versus Twizzler, or any one of those great debates that keep people talking at the coffee shops late at night. If you have an idea for something, then go ahead and pop it up on the screen there. Now, I see Dana suggested, which came first, the chicken or the egg? I will tell you, Dana, that's the suggestion that we had last week. It's an excellent suggestion, and we took it last week. So we're going to go ahead and move on to another suggestion this week. And let's see, how about, wow, isn't that a good one? How about this one coming to us from Zoe Karp? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry, Zoe, if I'm not. And the suggestion is, what is the reason we always question ourselves? What is the reason we always question ourselves? I'm just glancing down to write that down. That is an excellent suggestion. Thank you. What is the reason we always question ourselves? The next thing I would like is one of those characters, one of those paintings, the girl with the pearl earring, the woman with the mango, or young sick Bacchus, is feeling a very, very strong emotion at the top of the show during this debate. What is the emotion? What is the emotion that one of those characters is feeling during this debate? Go ahead and pop that into your chat there. If you would be as kind, we would appreciate that. And then I'm going to ask you which of the three characters is feeling that emotion. So let's start with the emotion and we'll get that first. Go ahead. What is a strong emotion that one of these characters is experiencing as they have this debate? All right, the emotions are starting to come up. And I see, all right, in this case, we have both of our suggestions were answered by a single person. Karen Harrell tells us that the mango, the woman with the mango, is feeling excitement. The woman with the mango is feeling excitement, but I can't help but notice that we also have the woman with the pearl earring is craving oysters. So why don't we go ahead and take both of those? The woman with the mango is feeling great excitement, and the woman with the pearl earring is craving oysters. One more suggestion. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look, imagine that these paintings are hanging on the wall in this museum, and they are looking out at all of the people who visit the museum every day. Surely there must be something about those people, about what those people get to do or have, that the paintings are jealous of. So we'll give this one to young, sick Bacchus. What is something that young, sick Bacchus is jealous of when he looks out and sees all of the people that visit him in the museum? And I see the first one popped right up there, and we're going to take it. He is jealous of ice cream. Young, sick Bacchus is jealous of ice cream. All right, my friends, let me please review our suggestions, and then we will get ready to kick off the show. First of all, the large issue they're debating at the top of the show is, why do we always question ourselves? The woman with the mango is feeling excitement. The woman with the pearl earring is craving oysters. And young, sick Bacchus is jealous that the people in the museum, the human beings, get to eat ice cream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. And please enjoy the Improvised Museum of Art.
Dear patrons, welcome to the Museum of Art.
Oh, wow, guys, come over here. I found the hall.
Oh, look at those paintings.
Oh my God, this is the best summer after high school I could imagine. This is my favorite one, Woman with the Mango. It's by Paul Gauguin. It says here that it's painted in 1892, oil on canvas. The painting depicts Teha or Tehura, Gauguin's 13-year-old wife, wow, and mother of his child. Gauguin returned to Paris before the birth, and by the time he returned, Tehura had remarried a local man with whom she brought up the child. He never saw them again. Wow.
Well, that's really interesting, but look at this one, The Girl with the Pearl Earring by Johannes Vermeer, painted in 1665, oil on canvas. The Girl with the Pearl Earring is a trony. A trony is a painting that is not a portrait of an actual model, but rather a study of the common features that make up a particular type of person.
Huh. Hey, look at this one. Young, Sick Bacchus by Michelangelo Merisi de Caravaggio. Huh, that's hard to say. Painted between 1593 and 1594, oil on canvas. Oh my, self-portrait of the artist. The grimace and tilt of the head denote suffering, a common feature in Baroque art. The painting indicates that Caravaggio's physical ailment likely involved malaria, as the jaundiced appearance of the skin and the icterus in the eyes are indication of some active hepatic disease causing high levels of bilirubin. Ew.
Oh, God. Well, hey, let's go down to the other place.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
I love Mondays. I love opening week, you guys. What, Pearl?
Oh, nothing. I'm having a little trouble deciding about whether or not I want to eat oysters or clams. And that's really not why I'm crying. It's just, I don't know why I always question myself so much. I mean, I know I want oysters. I've been craving oysters, and yet I doubt myself. Why do you think that is, Tahara?
Because we constantly have to question ourselves. But I was excited about what Baki was saying about this on Sunday when we closed. And so I couldn't wait to start this conversation up again, because Baki, you almost had the answer that I was looking for. And I slept on it all night, and I think I have my own. Oh, Baki's not talking today.
Oh, he's such a stiff sometimes. I mean, we're not that awful to talk to, are we?
Well, no, you're not. Now, as I was saying last week, I was thinking that we just have so much time on our hands, and time is really the problem that gets us to question ourselves. We make a decision, and then we think about it for hours and hours, and then we change our mind again.
Rocky, I think you're right. I think time has a lot to do with it. There's too much time to think and not enough time to do, to leave our paintings and our canvas and just go and play, and then we wouldn't doubt ourselves, would we?
I don't think we would doubt ourselves at all. Why, if we could escape these prisons, girl with the pearl earring, Pearl, as I so like to call you, we could have clams and oysters and anything we wanted. We would never have to think twice.
But don't you get it? It wasn't about doubting. It was about questioning. It was about questioning ourselves, asking yourself a question and finding that answer and being allowed to change your mind. And because we have so much time on our hands, why wouldn't we question what we need to question and have the answers that we're looking for over and over again? It's endless. It's infinity. It's not doubt. What, you look simple.
You might be mincing words, Tahara. I mean, that's what I was talking about. And again, we have the time to question ourselves. We wouldn't be if we were out and about.
Richard, come.
I'm coming.
Come and look at these paintings. I want you to see the girl with the pearl earring. Come look, get close. Look.
Oh, yes, that's the one that they had out on the big signs in front of the museum. That must be the most famous one.
It might be, Richard. And I wanted you to look at the earring. It's the biggest pearl that I've ever seen. And it reminds me about how I felt so beautiful when I was younger, but I never really believed it. And then after the accident, I'll never look the same. but you still love me. And that's okay. But that pearl just makes me think about how sometimes beauty comes from difficulty, the way an oyster breeds a pearl.
Now, darling, you know I still love you. And you know when I look at you, I don't see a person in a wheelchair. I see my love.
Darling, I don't know if I believe you. I
Now,
don't feel beautiful anymore.
you listen to me. You are just questioning yourself for no reason. You're trapped, darling. You're trapped like those paintings on that wall. You're trapped in this image of yourself, and you've got to break free of that. Until you break free of that, you're never going to feel like yourself again. And frankly, you're ruining this relationship.
Oh no, Richard. Oh my God. It it took you saying that for me to understand. I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lost my temper. You don't have to apologize to me. I just want you to realize that this chair you're in isn't a prison. You've just got to break free of that notion.
Then get me out of here now. Let's go down to the pier.
Come
It's
on, I'll push you real fast down the ramp.
okay.
Oh, now that's love. I'll never question that. I'll only question why I've never felt that.
You've never felt love either, Tahura?
I don't think so. And you were saying earlier how you felt trapped.
I feel very trapped. I just want to be able to experience things. I mean, you're pregnant, so at least you've experienced some things, love, sex. I'm a 335-year-old woman in a 17-year-old body. I haven't experienced anything.
Bucky, what? You're crying.
Well, I felt love before, but I talk about it so often, you two don't want to hear about it again.
Tell us again. Tell us again.
Well, and don't laugh at me, but back when I was a god, a Roman god living on Mount Olympus, why, I had a wife. Only for a short time, for she was mortal and I was a god. She was destined to die and I was immortal. But why, I met her, my sweet Ariadne, and the time we had together, I wish I could live it again. Every day I'm stuck here for, was it 427 years, just thinking about that lost love.
Bucky, did she know you were a god? Or did she love you for who you are?
Well, both. I mean, obviously she could tell I was a god by certain ways we made love. In only a way a god could do. But she loved me nonetheless.
How is that? How does a god do it?
Well, it's not terribly different than a human, but I
Oh.
will tell you, you're only 17, but then again, you are several hundred years old. It's late at night. We're on the shores of Crete. It's a beautiful island. And you just look into her eyes, and you can see the entire universe in them. And you lean in close, and you smell like sweat, but it's so sweet. And it lasts hours, and you never want it to end. Oh, I go on. Oh, silly me.
Wow.
It's not silly. I've never heard you speak so from the heart, Bucky. I mean, you know, you tend to be rather arrogant at times.
Yes.
Oh, I envy you.
Well, now I set my sights lower. After so long, we know we'll never leave this prison, but we can dream like mint chocolate chip, coldness touching your lips. You and your oysters, Pearl.
Yes, a nice slimy oyster traveling easily down my throat. Oh, nothing sounds better.
Roger,
Yeah.
listen, man, I know, you're my best friend and you're trying to cheer me up by bringing me to this museum. And I'm telling you, I just can't get over Melissa. She's like a god to me. I put her on this pedestal and she doesn't want to be with me. I don't know what to do.
Look, you gotta get over her. There's lots of different fish in the sea. That's an old saying, but it's true.
Yeah, there are a lot of fish, but I feel like an oyster just sitting there and watching the world go by, doing nothing.
Look, you've made a goddess out of that girl, but she's not a goddess. I mean, here, look at this painting on the wall. What is that? Young, sick Bacchus. Look at young, sick Bacchus. He's supposed to be a picture of some Roman god, right? But he's not a god. His painter just painted him to look like a god. He's nothing. He doesn't even really exist, let alone be a god. And that's why.
Yeah, like me.
What?
I don't exist either.
Oh, come on.
And I think it's pronounced backass, not Bacchus.
Fine, Bacchass. But Bacchass isn't a god, and neither is she. Look, you made her a god in your imagination, the way, what's his name here, the way Caravaggio made a picture of a god.
Yeah, I messed my life up again, man. I
Oh,
always
come on. You see what's happening? You're getting trapped in this. You've got to get out of this. Move on.
Maybe I should set my sights lower, huh?
No, come on. You are a handsome looking man. Hey, what about that woman working in the gift shop? She was looking at you.
Oh, the one with the brunette?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Hey, let's go back there and kind of mull around and see. Maybe I could look back at her,
All right, now you're talking, my man. Come on.
Thanks, Roger.
Bacchus. Did you hear that?
Ariadne, she used to call me Backass. You wouldn't know it, but below my frame, why, I have quite a plump rear end.
Bacchus, every day you talk about how much you are a god, like we have to be reminded over and over again. But somehow I think we see you for who you are. We love you for who you are. I don't see a god. I see a compassionate, handsome man. What? What, Bacchus? It's the truth.
No, I'm telling you. I was there. I experienced it all. You can't tell me different. I mean, I can taste wine on my lips if I close my eyes and remember it. I can feel the curves of Ariadne's body. You just don't know because you've never felt it, but what it's like to be real, what it's like to be out in the world, you can never forget it.
How can you say that I've never felt it? What, do you not see me, talk to me every day? Do you not listen? Pearl?
We have feelings. We have thoughts. We are so much more than we are on the outside or what we're capable of doing. Like that woman in the wheelchair. Okay, she can't walk just like we can't. But it was so clear that she had such an incredible inner life. And that's what I want. I know I talk a lot about wanting to escape from here and go out in the world, but Bacchus, that's really not what I want. What I want is to be able to explore the interior of who I am. And that's what you need to do too. It doesn't matter what humans think. It doesn't matter. You decide what you want to be.
What I saw with her in the wheelchair was that she had someone who lifted her up, who was her legs, who made her feel like she was worth living for, that she had something to live for. He made her feel good about herself.
But Tahura, do you think it's right for a person, a woman, to have another person to be able to be okay? I mean, we've all been alone in our paintings. She doesn't need a man.
I don't know that I think she needs a man, but she needs someone, because I saw her walk and smile and get excited about life. And she's not doing it alone. Why do you have to do it alone?
You don't have to. Tahura, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just, she's a complete person in and of herself without someone who loves her. But yes, we need people to love us. We need companionship. But she's still a complete person without him.
Pearl, your words are poison to my ears. If you only knew what real life was like, what it was like to feel loved, you would never want to be without it. Because that is what love is. It's two souls who are so melded together that it's like they were empty. It's like if you look at my painting, all this blackness that is left, that is the feeling of not having love in your life, like you are half a person and you can never be whole again.
Then is it better to not have loved? I mean, it sounds like in some ways I'm better off never having loved.
Hey kids, come on over here. Look, there are 3 really interesting paintings over here.
Yeah.
Kids?
Yeah, Dad.
Okay.
Hey, now listen. I don't want the guards to see this because we're not supposed to be eating ice cream here in the museum. But here, I snuck in a fudge pop and an ice cream cone for the 2 of you.
Oh, Dad, you're so cool.
Thanks,
You
Dad.
had that in your jacket the whole time?
Yeah, and a little Ziploc.
It's delicious.
Oh, Dad, this is just like when I was like 5 years old. You used to bring me here and give me ice cream then.
Yeah. Hey kids, look, I want to talk to you. It's been a year since Mom died.
Yeah.
And I know she was the anchor of the family, and without her here, it's like a piece of each of us is missing.
You'd say that again, Dad. I still hear her sometimes in the house.
Yeah. What do you hear? What do you remember her saying?
Clean your room. Don't be back too late. Do your homework. Charlie, why don't you finish your vegetables?
Dad,
Yeah.
I remember her saying to me when I was upset and I was crying, she said, if you keep frowning like that, your face is going to freeze.
That's right.
Dad.
What?
Alice, look. You see this painting, Woman with a Mango? That looks just like Mom.
Huh. She does look like Mom right around the nose and the mouth, doesn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, she does.
Huh. Looks just like her. And Mom loved mangoes too. Huh.
Here's what I wanted to say, kids. What I wanted to say was, gosh, I loved your mother more than anything in the world, anything. And when she died, a piece of all of us died too. But that doesn't mean we're not whole. That doesn't mean that we're not a whole family and that each of us are not whole people in and of ourselves, ready to go out there and eat all the darn ice cream we want.
I don't feel very whole. I miss her so much, Dad.
I know. But I'm telling you, love is a wonderful thing to have, and we will all find people to love us throughout this life. But when we don't have love at the moment, at least not from the person we want it most, then we still have to remember who we are and how complete we can be. Hey,
Dad,
yeah,
you think I look like the woman with the mango too?
sweetheart, I think you look like the woman with the mango, the girl with the pearl earring, and the Mona Lisa,
Oh
all
my,
wrapped up into one beautiful package.
I love you, Dad. And I hope that somebody loves me as much as you loved Mom.
Me too.
Come on, let's go buy some more ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
You know what? I think I am done waiting. I'm ready to leave. It's been too long.
What set you off, Bucky?
I have not felt whole since Ariadne passed. And my only way back to her is to find her in the afterlife. So either I wish for us to find freedom or death, but no longer staying in these prisons.
Lucky. Then you missed what he said to his children about being okay with yourself.
He's a fool.
No, I don't believe that. I believe that there is love for us. And Pearl said it earlier that you don't need to have someone to be okay with yourself, but that love is okay, that you can have love. And it doesn't have to be just one. It doesn't, does it?
It doesn't have to be romantic love either. I mean, I am a little afraid to say this, but I love both of you.
Can I say something about those children? I fell in love with them like they were mine. I felt like they were mine. And I wanted to hold them and embrace them and tell them it would be okay, that there's another mother for them somewhere.
But you never will you? Because you are stuck. You can't touch those children. You can't do anything to them. None of us can.
No, that's not true, Bacchus. It's not true.
It is.
Tahura did touch them. Not physically, but when they looked at her and they saw the reflection of their mother, and that little girl saw herself, it made all the difference. She was touched. You're wrong.
You two are ridiculous. You think that some emotional touch is the same as physical? You think you know what it feels like to hold your wife in your hands as she dies? Do you expect me to be miles away looking upon her or holding her in my grasp? You spit on her grave.
Oh, Bucky, that's not what we're doing. Don't you get it? A great artist, as we know, paints from the heart. And the reason that people gravitate to a painting such as ours is because they feel that emotion. We make them feel something, anything. So why don't we get to feel? Why don't we get to have love? Any kind of love. Baki, you've had a great love in your life, and you're spitting on it by not embracing the fact that you had it at all.
Look, I'm sorry. I've been pushing your wheelchair all over the damn museum for an hour and a half, and it slipped. I'm sorry.
Richard, sometimes you are too much.
Oh, look, I am trying to give you a nice day out. Why can't you just have that?
Richard, I haven't seen you this outrageously impatient since the home health aide quit.
Yeah? And what about you? How come you don't get angry? How come you never express any emotions except keeping everything trapped up inside of you? If I piss you off, then tell me I piss you off instead of giving me all this passive-aggressive nonsense.
Because if I got angry with you, I might say something that I regret.
Go ahead. I want to hear something you might regret.
No, are you sure you... Richard?
What?
Sometimes I think that I might be with you just because I think I need you.
Not because you love me.
I think that might be true. I'm sorry.
How long have you felt this?
I think it started when you had to take on a bigger role in taking care of me. And I realized that our relationship had shifted and it was not what it used to be. And you only saw me as someone that you had to care for.
Come on, that isn't true. Look, you remember what the preacher said when he married us. He said, love is a battlefield. And what he meant by that is that we're going to have some pretty big battles on that field. But at the end of the day, we're on the same side of the war.
But you know, I can never have a child. And that's not okay with you. I know that that's not okay. And I know that you don't want to...
Don't put this on me. Either you love me or you don't. Which is it?
Richard, I don't think I can love you. I don't think I can love you. I can't give you what you want. And looking at this woman holding the mango, brandishing it like a fertile egg in front of me, just made me realize that I cannot do this anymore.
Fine. Then we'll get a divorce. Stop it. Let me get us out of here.
Okay.
You know what, Baki? I'm tired of holding you up. We're constantly having to lift you up out of your self-pity over the loss of your love. And you don't even see what's right in front of you. It's been centuries, and I'm sick of it.
Well, you won't have to for much longer, because I have decided that I would very much like to be burned. I want my painting burned to a crisp, and then I can happily go to the afterlife, join my wife, eat as much ice cream as I want.
You're living in a fantasy world, Baki. You're not going to be able to cause yourself to be burned unless there happens to be a fire in the museum, in which case we all burn. You need to come to grips with your limitations. You're a painting, but you're also wildly funny and intelligent and at times even very kind. And you are loved right now in the present.
I would do anything to get burned. Why, I would even hide out of my frame so they thought that I was some facsimile of this painting and they would destroy my remains. Anything to get out of this hell.
I have told you twice now that I love you as a friend, but it's still love. And you have ignored me twice, Bacchus.
It's not enough, okay? I appreciate the sentiment, but what I had with her, I can never feel in this form. And so I appreciate it, but no thank you.
Well, you're going to be unhappy then, hanging here for eternity.
We all should be unhappy. Do you know what we give up? Do you know what lies in the great beyond that is Elysium, the afterlife? Don't you want to feel the grass tickling your feet? Don't you want to taste again? Drink wine. It's delicious, and you've never had it. There's so many pleasures that are just waiting for us that you are so happy to ignore.
I'm not ignoring it. I told you that I was craving oysters. Tahura's craving mango. But
they have those in Elysium, I promise you.
We're paintings, Bacchus. We're never going to be human, and you're not God. I'm sorry.
All souls go to Elysium. Are you saying you have no soul?
Bacchus, I know the answer to your question from Sunday night. The question that you asked yourself about your sickness, actually. And I realize it isn't and never has been physical. You are sick at heart, Bacchus.
Your heart is broken. You're right, Tahura. Your heart is broken, Bacchus.
All right, stay with the tour. Everybody, please stay with the tour and follow me down to the end of this hallway. In a museum of the art, this is referred to as a hallway. Now, I direct your attention to the 3 paintings on the wall. In the Museum of Art, we call that a wall. Look at the woman with a mango. That mango represents fertility and hope. Hope for something better than what we have today. While the girl with the pearl earring is rooted in material possessions, the earring representing the real world in counterbalance to the hope of some future Elysium that might or might not even exist. Now, the most interesting one of the 3, I think, is young, sick Bacchus. I find this interesting because what many people don't realize is that this is a self-portrait of the artist. That's the artist painting his own face in the guise of a god. And I think it's fun to imagine all of the people who come here and look at that picture and think, oh, that must be what the Roman god looked like, when of course, there isn't any such Roman god. It's a fictional character. And the artist is playing almost a cosmic joke by putting himself in the place of a god. Sometimes people refer to this picture as Bacchus and his sour grapes because he's envious that he can never be a god. Now, turn around. In the museum, we refer to that as turning. And please follow me into the hallway next door.
Yes, so you found out. You are the woman with the mango. You can never get rid of your mango. You, the girl with the pearl earring, can never get rid of your pearl. And I can never get rid of my love sickness. It is in my name.
I don't want to give this up.
Yes, exactly, as I'm saying. And I will never give up my love sickness.
Bacchus, I love this. I love where I'm at. I want more. I can't wait to find out what that is, Bacchus. And I wish that upon you. I wish that you could see that you being a god, as so you think, is just a drawing. That underneath that is somebody who wants life and explore the challenges that are out there and ask those questions. Sometimes the answers are right in front of your face, Bacchus.
I don't see how you two can lack so much faith in me. Are you not yourselves miracles? In a world where paintings can have souls and speak, you think I am silly for believing myself a god?
I don't think you're silly. I think that you're delusional and that you need help.
It's no delusion. It's just hope in what lies for me. Why can't you see the goodness that could be there? Pearl, would you not give anything to try an oyster? Would you be happy to sit there for years and years, thousands of years, without ever trying one when I'm telling you there's a simple solution right before your eyes you refuse to see?
I don't agree with you. Yes, I will be here for possibly eternity, craving oysters. But you know what? I can also love. I can also watch all these fascinating, sometimes ridiculous, and at times quite charming human beings who come to visit us. I'm going to make the best of what I have, Bacchus. Okay, I don't have oysters. I don't have love of a man, but I'm going to enjoy the hell, excuse me, I know I shouldn't swear, out of what I do have.
Pearl, don't you get it? You're missing it. You're missing it. The pearl.
Other earring?
The pearl earring. It comes from an oyster.
I know.
All right, you two, come on in here.
What?
So, I just got word from the director of the museum. This comes out of shock to me. But these three paintings here, Young Sick Bacchus, Woman with the Mango, and Girl with the Pearl Earring, tomorrow they're going to be shipped off to 3 different museums. So make sure they're wrapped up well and secure, okay?
All right.
Oh, this is a popular exhibit.
Yeah, I know, but times change. There's
All right.
enough time, so we gotta
All right.
renting it out.
All right.
Okay, so I'll see you here tomorrow morning at 6. We're gonna wrap these up good, all right? See you then.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
This is my chance. Why, those buffoons who ship the paintings, last year they destroyed the Monet. They could destroy me too.
No.
Why do you care, Tahura? You said you were tired of me. Well, now I will be gone.
I'm tired of you, Bacchus. I love you. I just wanted you to see that. I wanted you to understand that. And Pearl, I love you too. I love you so much.
Don't want them to separate us. I don't want to be without the two of you. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't hang out with you guys.
And I don't care, wheelchair or not, love me now or not, I refuse to give you up without a fight, because I know you love me.
Richard, put your hands down. Just relax. You are a wonderful man, and you could have so much more without me.
Look at those pictures. It's like that ridiculous tour guide said. The mango, that represents hope, and the pearl, that represents what did he say? That represents the real world, what we have now, the tension, right, between hope for what we want and what we have now. Look, this is what we have now, and maybe tomorrow will be better, but I don't want to miss what we could have now.
Richard, I guess I can't fight this anymore. I just had a hard time believing that anyone really could love me like this.
Oh, darling, you know I love you.
Well then, I could never let you go, Richard. I love you too much.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Come
I'm
on.
sorry. Let's
I'll,
get out of here again.
I'll buy you some ice cream.
And then let's have oysters.
Dear patrons, the Museum of Art will close in 5 minutes. Please take your time to look at the final paintings and make your way to the exit. Thank you.
Tahura, Pearl, I am so happy that hopefully I will get to leave this place and go to the afterlife, but I need you to know that I will miss you deeply.
You will? That's the most emotional thing you've ever said to us, Bacchus.
Well,
It means
I've been
the world.
stuck. I'm sorry. I've just been stuck here for so long in this cage, and if it wasn't for you two, I would have gone crazy.
All right, so the girl at the counter didn't like you. Relax, there's still lots of fish in the sea.
You know what, Roger? I don't care, actually. Just talking with another girl, having my mind on another girl gave me new hope.
Yeah. Come on, let's get out of here and go get some ice cream and oysters.
My favorite.
Are those the only two things humans eat these days? It's
Vermi used to like to chomp on carrots when he was painting me. It was very noisy. Very noisy eater. Yuck.
well. Listen, I'm sorry the two of you won't get to be together anymore.
I'm sorry that we won't all be able to be together, but you know what? I believe, and I question this every day, that if love is supposed to be beautiful, if you don't have pain at times, you don't know what you're missing, right? That you don't know that you really love. And I know, having felt this pain of thinking that I may never see the two of you again, that I do truly, truly love you.
But don't think that, because we will see each other again. In the afterlife. Listen, I know neither of you believe me. You think I'm a fanatic, I'm crazy, but I'm telling you that we will see each other once again. I believe it with all my heart. And you two, we will walk together in Elysium with my wife. We will taste oysters and ice cream and anything there is to taste. I promise you that.
I believe you, Bacchus. I believe you because I want to believe you, because I want to see you both again. You have given me joy and life and something to think about, something to question, something to answer, and something to look forward to every day.
That's how I feel too, to her. I feel so blessed to be able to hang on the wall of the museum with two of the finest people and paintings. I just pray that when they move us, we don't end up next to landscapes.
Well,
Dear patrons, the Museum of Art is now closed.
I will see you two in the afterlife.
And that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Let's bring the entire cast onto screen. You may move now, painting. What a
My eyes are watering.
marvelous, wonderful, wonderful job. Everybody, once again, my name is Ken Adams. Wave when I say your name. That's Griffin Beer up there as the young sick Bacchus. That's Nikki Violets as the woman with a mango. That's Lynn Shields as girl with a pearl earring. Arastu Darakshin and Eileen and myself were your off-screen characters tonight. Thank you so much. On the count of three, everybody, let's please take a bow for the audience. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Allow me to make two brief announcements. One is we are here every Thursday and Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. on Friday. We have new shows continuing to roll out. You haven't even seen half of the shows in our season yet because we haven't done them yet. They're coming up in the next couple of weeks. So please come back right here to Synergy Theater Online every week, Thursday at 6, Friday at 7 California time. Also, if you were watching us and wondering, wow, is improvisation fun to do? The answer is yes. And now if you're wondering, wow, can I learn how to do improvisation? The answer is yes to that too. Synergy Theater teaches improvisation classes right here online. Please go to synergytheater.com, our website, look at our class information on our School of Improvisation page, and take a class with Synergy Theater. We have everything from beginning classes for people who have never done anything like that before in their life, all the way up to advanced classes for seasoned players. So please take a class with Synergy Theater. And Synergy Theater is a nonprofit organization. With the pandemic trapping us inside, a lot of our regular revenue streams have dried up. We promise that we're going to be here providing free online improvised shows for you for as long as we're all inside together. But it does cost us some money. If you are able to and would be willing to make a small donation to help us keep doing this, we would appreciate that very, very much. Please go to synergytheater.com, click on Support Synergy Theater, and make whatever donation you feel comfortable making. It would go a long way and be deeply appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Please come back. Synergy Theater loves you. Good night.